ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this edition of Mikey's Saturday Nightmares. On today's episode, we're going to discuss a film that came out in 1980. IMDb says it came out in 1980. There are some places that tell you it came out in 1981. So anywhere between 1980 and 1981, with a sequel that supposedly came out in 1990, but I have never seen it, so I don't even know if it even exists or not. But the movie we're going to talk about was directed by a gentleman by the name of William Malone, and he's directed such films as Fear.com, The House on Haunted Hill from 1999, that was the remake. And he also directed a film called Creature from 1985. Now, I've seen all three of those films. They were decent films. There's some dispute over the House on Haunted Hill reboot. A lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was okay. And the film we're going to talk about today goes by the name of Scared to Death. Now, like I said, this was a 1980-81 type creature feature. It's definitely a B movie. So don't go into it expecting some blockbuster type film, because it is not. And the film stars John Stinson, who plays the character of Ted, and he also played in such films as The Hand from 1981, and that was with Michael Caine, which was a very good film. He also played in the comedy from 1986, Body Slam, which was a great film. If you're a wrestling fan and you haven't seen that film, you need to check that film out. There's a lot of wrestlers that play in that film, and it's fantastic. And he also played one episode of a TV series called Misfits of Science from 1985. Now, I thoroughly enjoyed that series when it first came out. I don't think it ran very long. It just didn't get the publicity they wanted, so they ended up dropping the series. But I thought it was a decent series myself. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The film also stars a lady by the name of Diana Davidson, who plays the character of Jennifer. She's only had one other role in a film, and it was uncredited, and it was in the film Dirty Harry with Clint Eastwood. That's it. This film and the Dirty Harry film was all she had on her credit. And like I said, she was uncredited for her role in Dirty Harry, so there you go. The film also stars David Moses, who plays the character of Detective Capel, and he's also played in such films as Conquest of the Earth, which was a TV movie, In the Custody of Strangers, which was a made-for-TV movie, and he also played in 2 episodes of the 2021 reboot of Fantasy Island. Now, I've seen none of those films, and I never even tried to watch the reboot of Fantasy Island. Didn't interest me at all. Not at all. So the plot for this film is an ex-cop, now a hack novelist, is called out of retirement to help investigate a string of deaths that appear to be the work of a serial killer, but soon are revealed to be the work of the Syngenor, a synthesized genetic organism. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and check out the trailer for 1980 or 81's Scared to Death. Here we go.
If you think you're frightened by the unknown, wait until you face reality.
Her left leg was ripped from her body, and her hair was pulled back so hard that it broke her neck. dying like flies.
Ted, hurry! Hurry!
Scared to death. Thank God it's only a movie. From Lone Star Pictures. Rated R.
All right, there was a trailer for Scared to Death. I thought this movie, for being so bad, it was very entertaining. The main characters are the biggest geeks. The film seems to merge 50s sci-fi elements with 80s slasher gimmick to create a film that worked on some level. The creature actually looked decent and was pretty creepy. This fun and lively earthbound alien clone starts out rather sluggish, but still winds up delivering on all the satisfying creature feature goods, with especially a stirring and suspenseful conclusion at the end of the film. The sewer sequences that take place in the film add a creepy and claustrophobic atmosphere. The film overall has a certain earnest quality to it that is endearing and entertaining. As you all know, I've said it before many, many times, creature features are like my favorite thing. I love a good slasher or a good creature feature. This one, I continue to watch to this day. If I'm looking for something to watch and can't find anything, actually, I found this full movie on YouTube for free. So you can watch it on YouTube for free. And I'll watch it on there. I even dubbed a copy off of YouTube and recorded it. But it'll only play in my DVD recorder, so I have to hook it up just to be able to watch it. But as long as it's on YouTube, I can watch it whenever I want to watch it. So I've watched it several times. I enjoy it whenever I'm in the mood for a good creature feature. It's usually one of my go-tos. If you like that kind of film, I think you'll enjoy it very, very much. Because I know I did. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So on to some notes about the film. A TV print that aired on the USA Network included a scene not included in media's VHS. And the scene was teens searching for a missing friend in a parking garage, and they find her body hanging upside down, much like a scene in 1978's Halloween. Now, when I first watched this film, it was on USA. It was on USA's Saturday Nightmares, which was my favorite show on Saturdays. So I have seen that scene, but I have not seen the film that doesn't include that scene. So, it may be something different to the original film. I don't know. But this one, I like the version that aired on TV. I liked it. I liked it pretty good. Director William Malone had to sell most of his possessions, including his car and a mortgage on his house, in order to raise money to make the movie. You have really got to have faith in what you're making to do that. I don't know how it was back in the 80s. I was just a kid, growing up, but to put that much faith in your work, you've got to have it, because if you don't, you're losing everything. So that's pretty cool that he felt like he was able to do that, and actually felt like he was going to put out a decent film. He had faith in it. It took Malone 3 months to sculpt and build the suit for the monster, which he admits was inspired by H.R. Giger's design from the movie Alien in 1979. So, yeah, there are similarities between the creature in this film and the alien creature. That's why. He paid homage to it, more or less, we'll say. And just took ideas from that and made his own creature. The 40-foot sewer set was built in a yacht warehouse. So all the scenes that it shows in the sewer system were actually filmed in a yacht warehouse, which is pretty cool. Nobody wants to film in a sewer. I mean, come on. Filming for this movie began in February of 1979, and the shoot lasted a total of 4 weeks. So they did this film in 4 weeks, starting in February. So that's pretty cool. And finally, Rick Springfield, which a lot of people, you may know who he is, you may not. He was a singer back in the 80s. Did a little bit of acting here and there. Was originally cast in the lead role for this film. Springfield called Malone the night before filming began, saying he couldn't do the film because he would miss too many acting classes. So then John Stinson was called and asked to take the lead role. I don't think Rick Springfield played in a lot of stuff back in the day. I mean, I know he did. He did Nick Knight, which was a cop movie that was made for TV. He was a vampire cop, which it's later on spawned an actual TV series, but they didn't use him in the series. They just used him in the movie, the premiere. And I liked him in that movie. He was really good in that. I liked it. But he didn't play him very much back then. And I guess he was trying to parlay from a music career to a movie career. So in order to do that, he needed to take acting classes. And being in this film would mess that up. So he decided not to take that film. But later on played in Forever Knight. Well, it was Nick Knight that he played in, and then the TV series was called Forever Knight. Which I really didn't care that much for the series itself, but the movie, I enjoyed the movie. I really did. This is a good creature feature, like I said. If you're looking for something to watch just to pass the time by, this is usually my go-to. I've watched it so many times, I can just put it on and have it playing in the background and just do whatever I need to do around the house or whatever. But I do enjoy this film. There's not a lot of gore in the film. There's a few scenes that aren't really gory, but there's a few kill scenes that are pretty cool in it. The creature itself looks pretty cool, I think. And you do get that kind of alien vibe from it when you look at the creature, when you see it. And there's more than one, I think, in the film. The others are just, it shows the eggs of the creature, excuse me, that are in the sewer. And they kind of look like something out of Aliens also, but it's a cool effect in the film. The story, like I said, it's kind of sluggish at spots. But once it really gets rolling in with the creature attacking people and things like that, it kind of picks up a little bit. The only actor I really enjoyed watching in this film was David Moses, who played Detective Capel. I thought he was a decent actor. John Stinson, who played Ted, the lead role, he did okay. I don't know, and he did better in his other films than he did in this one. I kind of feel like maybe this was like one of his earlier roles, which is why he wasn't that seasoned. But it's still a decent movie. I mean, if you haven't seen it before, you like creature features, you like movies that pay homage to the 50s monster movies, this one's a good one. This one's a good one to watch. It deserves at least one watch. Even if you watch it and you're like, yeah, I'll never watch it again, that's fine. But at least you've watched it. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoy it. I go back and watch it all the time whenever I get a chance to. Like I said, I can find it on YouTube, and you can watch the full-length movie on YouTube. Like I said, there was a sequel that supposedly came out around 1990, but I have never seen it. I thought, actually, when you look up Scared to Death, it comes up Sinjanor, which was the name of the creature. And apparently the Sinjanor was the sequel. It was called Sinjanor Scared to Death 2, but Sinjanor will bring up the sequel, and I've never watched it, and I can't find it to watch it, or I would watch it just to see, because supposedly it had a better budget, supposedly, and of course it was 1990, so the graphics from 80 or 81 would have been updated a little bit, so it might have been a better flick. I have no idea. If you've seen it before or know where I can watch it, let me know in the comment section, and I'll definitely check it out. Because it's, like I said, it's one of those movies, it's one of those kinds of movies I love to watch. Creature features and slasher movies. So, but with that being said, we're going to end the video here. I think we gained a couple of more subscribers, so thank you guys for joining the family. Thank you guys that have stuck through since the start. We're just one big happy Mafia family here. Anybody and everybody is welcome. If you feel like leaving comments down in the comment section below, feel free to do so. I do read the comments. I may not always respond to them, but I will give them a like to let you know that I did see them. I do go through the comments. I do read them. So, excuse me. With that being said, I'm going to end the video here. I do not know if I'm going to have another video coming out this coming week. I may not be able to do another one until next Saturday, but like I said, if anything changes, I will post a comment in the section and let you guys know what's going on when the videos are coming out. So for right now, that is the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and come back and join me on my next video. Thank y'all so much. Bye-bye.